Okay, today's lesson will be Plato's Allegory of the Cave. Plato is an ancient Greek philosopher. He was a student of Socrates, and in fact, Socrates never wrote anything. Everything we know about Socrates comes from Plato's writings. So Plato gives us this allegory of the cave, and an allegory is just a metaphor. It's a story that's used to convey an abstract idea. So hopefully you'll be able to see it well, and I will use my brilliant artwork to wow you. Ready? So imagine a cave. Okay. And this is the cave mountaintop going up to the mountain. This is the ground outside the cave, and a tree, and some flowers, and the sun, and some birds. Okay, so the inside of the cave, I'll use dotted lines for that. This is the inside of the cave. It goes way down underneath and comes back around like this and like that. Now, there are some poor, wretched prisoners that are chained to this wall. And they've spent their entire life as prisoners inside the cave, and the only thing they've ever seen, they're facing this back wall of the cave, and the only thing they've ever seen is the shadows that move in front of the cave. So the sunlight shines in through the opening of the cave and creates shadows on this back wall. So as people or animals or whatever walk by, these people in the cave see the shadows on the back wall. So Plato asked us, these guys have lived there their entire lives. They know nothing except these shadows. They can't even see each other because it's dark. So he asked us, wouldn't these people assume that reality is what they're seeing? If they've only seen shadows, they're going to assume that shadows are reality. Yes, that's right. In fact, they're going to be positive that this is reality because they don't know anything else. If you remember, if you saw The Matrix, it's a similar idea. Hell, they probably stole it from Plato. But the idea was that we're experiencing this reality and assuming that it's real because we've known nothing else. And if somebody tells you it's not real, of course you don't believe them. So this one poor fella leaves the cave. For whatever reason, they unchain him and let him go out into the sunlight. Holy crap, this guy is blown away. He's probably terrified. All of a sudden there's sun and birds and trees and color and depth and texture. It's 3 dimensions instead of 2. His mind is blown. But he stays out of the cave for a while and soon realizes that reality is in 3 dimensions, and what they were seeing in the cave is just shadows. Now I call him a poor fellow because they put him back in the cave, chain him back up with his friends, and he tells them all about it. He says, man, you won't believe this, color, birds, all that. And what do his friends think? They think he's crazy. They think he's nuts. They know that reality is the shadows, and that what this guy is saying sounds like gibberish to them. It doesn't make any sense at all. So Plato asks another question. Can he ever convince them? No, he cannot. And worse yet, can he ever go back to believing that the shadows are reality? No, he cannot. Now, what I'd like for you to do is consider this story, Plato's Allegory of the Cave, and I want you to tell me how this relates to becoming an educated person.